you and your family. Our fourth recipient, lifetime service, Doug Bauer. Doug Bauer is a name that has been associated with New Jersey wrestling and especially the growth of it in the New Jersey Shore area. A wrestler, a graduate of the then Trent State College, he began his coaching career at Point Pleasant Beach High School in 1979, progressing then to Holmdel High School, followed by Howard High School. Doug also coached football and golf at the high school level. His Hal teams captured several holiday, division, and district team titles, and he was awarded Coach of the Year honors in Region 6 and eventual induction into the South Jersey Wrestling Hall of Fame. Doug has also provided service and leadership in other areas of New Jersey wrestling, having been a carded wrestling official, Region 6 and New Jersey Wrestling Coaches Association president, cultivation and advancement of the NJSIAA seeding process for some 38 years, which culminates with the postseason tournaments and the finals in Atlantic City. Talking about agreeing on the best solution. What a job. He was instrumental with the establishment of the New Jersey Shore Interscholastic Wrestling Association, or what is known primarily as the Shore Conference, serving as his executive director. He's a retired educator, 40 years of service. He currently assists his sons who coach wrestling at Point Pleasant Beach High School. Please welcome our fourth recipient, Mr. Doug Bauer. Yeah.
Okay. Please follow the pictures. Whoa, baby. Please follow the pictures in the program. I need to talk fast to fit my lifetime into 6 minutes. I was born in the winter. No kidding. I enjoy building things. The coolest thing I ever built was our house when I was 24, and Jeff's house in my 50s and 60s, doing every trade in my spare time while coaching, teaching, lifeguarding, and being a principal. I also built Manasquan lifeguard tournaments, a junior guard program, some lifeguard stands, then built and ran 3 special ed schools, all of which are still standing. I make these statues every year for our Shore Conference banquet. I call them a stove, after the greatest wrestling family in New Jersey. People love getting these things. But in the next 5 minutes, you have to hear about my wrestling career. This allows me to thank the people that have helped me achieve this great honor, so they will be getting a stove here today. I started wrestling at Wall High School. My sophomore year, I started going out with my wife Linda and wrestled varsity for Harry Whitford, who definitely would be getting a stove if he was with us. My coaching philosophy and style are very similar to his, except I have a voice you can hear. Everyone can hear. Our senior year, we were undefeated. #1 in the Shore. 5 of our 12 wrestlers made the Region 6 finals, 6 in the top 3, and 2 of us won the regions. I graduated in '74 and started lifeguarding at Manasquan, where I worked for Mike Curry, and ended up wrestling for him at Trenton State. Coach Curry taught me how to deal with different personalities, how to make wrestling more fun, so he gets a scope, but he just got a new hip, so he couldn't be here today. Dave Eisenhower took over our sophomore year and was a great coach, but sadly left us too early. I did not wrestle my senior year, but student taught instead and got married as soon as I graduated. That fall, my first job was at Point Beach as the head coach, and we won the first wrestling title in school history. I think we helped finish the foundation Coach Fio started to become the best Group 1 program in the Shore. 3 of those guys are here today, and Mike Manzo is getting a stove as he is as the COO of Jersey Mike Subs. He was always giving us sponsorships whenever I needed them. I left the beach for a teaching job at Homedale. In those 2 years, we won the first district team title in school history. Those 5 district champs you see in that picture in the program are here today. Bozinski shocked the world as a first-year senior that pinned the defending state champ at Jadwin. That was awesome. Danny Mullen earns his stove because he stayed involved with me in the Shore Conference wrestling through the years. I then moved closer to home at Howe. We took over a program that had 12 kids and only 5 wins in the previous 4 years total. I came in when Pat Gagliano was a junior, and his class helped us change the culture. His brother John followed, and I ended my career at Howe with his brother Keith. During that decade, when we bricked Memorial and Howe were the top 10 in the Shore for 10 straight years. We only had 1 varsity assistant. Ours was Mike Veracchi, and his JV teams were the best in the Shore. We never had a feeder program, but we recruited the best athletes in the school, and we had huge numbers. We had a blast making them wrestlers and building the program into a Shore power. Obviously, stoves to all those guys. While at Howe, I was the Region 6 Vice President, then the Region President, and finally the State President of the Coaches Association. I was involved in seeding at the state tournament since 1984. Ernie Finizio was the tournament director and allowed me to create the seeding criteria that we still use today. Stove to Ernie. Bob Frederick took over, and I assisted him in running the states when we moved to AC. He allowed me to write the rules and regs and tweak the state criteria for the regions. Then I made the district seeding points so that all the districts, regions, and states are seeded the exact same way throughout New Jersey every single year. They are still in use to this day, so Bob gets a scope. I had my officials card the whole time, but only ref after I left Howe and worked a few years. I was the lone official selected by the coaches at the Shore Conference dual meet tournament final and left the ref shoes on the mat after that match. That was the best way to go out. You always wonder if your philosophies can work at other schools, by other people, even other sports. They can. John Gagliano took over Howe and brought the Rebels to new heights and is now the winningest coach in Shore Conference history. With 585 wins. Glenn Sandy became a 2-time national champ and now coaches at Reardon. John Lurado took some football to unbelievable success and now coaches his son Nick at Hanover Park. My son Jeff is the winningest coach in Point Beach history with 266 wins in 15 years. My other son Steven had success coaching football, wrestling, and volleyball at Keyboard, and now all 3 of us work together at Point Beach, where we made 10 straight section finals, winning 4, in a school that currently has a junior class that has 25 boys in the entire grade. 25 boys. That is pretty cool. Stoves for all of them. 2016, I developed and gave a realignment plan to Steve Timko and Howie O'Neill of the NJSIAA. It drastically changed the districts and regions by using northing numbers and team strength. This made wrestling far more fair across the state with a method that people could see and understand. A scope to Timko and Howie, who still has me involved in some fashion. That light threw me off. Where could turn that on? This forced me to develop a new coaches association. Our old Region 6 Association and Hall of Fame banquet that I started in 1985 had to change. We now have 2 standalone banquets with no dues. The Wrestling Honors Banquet have over 400 coaches, wrestlers, both boys and girls, each spring. With our Hall of Fame banquet in November, where 200 attendees attend. Jersey Mike's has been our lone sponsor. This allows me to make 40 of these things and hand them out with t-shirts and other awards, and of course free Jersey Mike sub cards. It is awesome. Coach Brian Grainer from Queenborough MCs the honors banquet, and John Verderosa is the president of the Hall of Fame, and they keep these banquets running smoothly. Spoke to both of those guys. But I guess the greatest thing I built, with the help of my wife, is our family. We live within walking distance of each other in Wall. We all sit at the same beach, where our 2 sons and oldest grandson work. We have 5 awesome grandkids. Braden, Harper, and Rowan are my daughter Jody's kids. Steve and Jenna have Trey. Jeff and Kelly have Blair, with another baby due in a week or so. And through all of this, I'm still with the girl I brought to the dance 54 years ago. Holy shit. This wrestling stuff has been pretty good to us. Thank you for this honor.
Thanks, Doug. Congratulations to you and your family. Our 5th Lifetime Service Award recipient, Carmine Rossi from Roxbury High School. Now, Carmine and his brother Sam, who was here today, are well